Okay, so I guess we only have 12 people to work with, I think. Limbus company bus center. Okay, so I assume there may be more that can be joined. Like, I mean, considering it's a mobile game, I'm not sure like if there is like actual like rolling to get characters or something. I mean, but I have no idea what's awaiting me here. All actions are dictated by a speed value. What is speed? Speed is a random number chosen from within a given range each turn. The positions of units are rearranged every turn according to their speeds. Those with lower speeds are placed at the front. Making them easier targets. Okay, so it is one action per unit. Yeah, let's do this.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Okay, so there is no targeting like Liber of Runa. At the start of each turn, a skill slot will be added for a sinner that has yet to receive an additional one. I have no idea what's happening here. When the sinner and their target both use attack skills, a clash occurs. What are clashes? A clash occurs when two characters attack each other. The side with a higher power wins, removing one coin from the loser. If both sides still have coins, more clashes will occur until one side has lost all of its coins. The side that loses all their coins will have their attack skill cancelled. The winner will then attack with their remaining coins, gaining a damage bonus based on the total number of clashes. In a clash, the power of two opposing skills is compared, and the side with the greater power wins. The gauge and text show at the top of the screen predict your odds of winning. Odd of winning. I guess.
좋아, 간다.
So it is similar to Liber of Runa, like there is like a rolling mechanism here. Or like, I don't, yeah, it's like a random number generator.
이번이 기회입니다. 이번이 기회입니다.
The blue orb next to a character's health bar is an indicator of their sanity. The sphere on a unit's right indicates their sanity or SP, as it has a range of minus 45 to plus 45. Units with higher sanity have a higher chance of their coin flips being beneficial. Defeating enemies boosts sanity, while allied deaths will harm sanity. Enemy units at low sanity may fall into states of low morale or panic. You can view the effects and elements on a unit in the indicated area. Press or hover over one of the effect icons to examine its details. Minus 10% for this turn. Cannot act for this turn. When hit, flees battle after the attacker's skill has finished. All of our foes have fallen into panic. Now's our chance. Give us the orders at your discretion. Oh. Everybody's oppressed. So okay, so it feels like we get. Okay, so I think this is like something like we like this guy goes, then this guy goes, then we like shield up or something, and then this guy goes, and then false goes, and then she goes again, and then finally the last person goes. So and then we get an extra action every single turn.
금방 다녀올게.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
Now, what's the managing part of this? You're looking much more useful than before, Dante. They all got away, save for one though. Can we go after them?
놓친 적을
They're worried
걱정하네요.
over the foes we lost.
걱정할 건 없습니다.
No need for concern, that's the direction we are heading anyway. Sharon?
발판을 꽂고
Pedal touches metal,
기분으로
up for an
달려올게.
exciting ride. Now can we finally get to the... Okay, so apparently this is the... Okay, I guess I can't click anything else, so... that's the only game interface that we've seen so far. Everything else has been just dialogue. Please form a chain of skills. When hit by an attack, sinking count. Attack types and affinities. Skills have two major properties, their attack type and sin affinity. The attack types are slash, pierce, and blunt. The sin affinities are... Fuck, man. I mean... I know about slash, pierce, and blunt, but now I have to worry about sin affinities as well. Wrath, lust, gluttony, gloom, pride, and envy. Yeah, so it is 7 sins. Combined with resistances, attack types, and affinities combined with this resistances, attack types, and affinities determines the damage of the skill. Frickin' hell. At this part here, you can check the attack type and sin affinity of the skills your sinner will use. Sin affinity? You can see the resistances and weaknesses of each unit up here. This hooligan is vulnerable to slash attacks.
금방 다녀올게.
What?
됐다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
What? I can't follow this. What was that? So everybody just attacked at the same time. You also have the defensive skills at your disposal. Defense skills only activate when the unit is subject to an unopposed attack. Thus, it's effective when being targeted by multiple foes. Unlike attack skills, defense skills need to be generated. Let's generate a guard skill first. If you'll be so kind to press Gregor's portrait. Okay, so you can click the portraits down here. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. This shield will absorb incoming damage first. Using guard multiple times in a single turn will have it activate against an equivalent number of attacks. Good, the guard skill has been generated. Let's do the same for a counter skill. You'd be so kind as to press Rhodia's portraits, right? Unlike other defense skills, counter has an affinity and will generate its corresponding sin resource. When using counter, the character will launch an unopposed attack after being hit. Using multiple counters in a single turn will increase the number of incoming attacks that the unit will strike back. However, the unit cannot launch a counter while staggered. Good Gamash lastly will generate an evade skill. If you'd be so kind as to press false portrait. When using evade, the character will dodge if the evade's final power value is greater than or equal to the incoming attacks. The attack will hit with full force if the evade's power is lower, so be careful. Using multiple evades in a single turn will increase the number of possible reuses. Utilize them. So I go guard. That's a counter, right? Hit. That's evade.
행동을 개시합니다. 적을 난파시켰습니다.
Okay, so there's no point in following this. Okay, so I can't click on their portrait anymore. What the fuck? I guess this is just about like finishing them off at this point.
금방 다녀올게. 적을 난파시켰습니다.
어이구, 생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
당연한 결과죠. 당연한 결과죠.
Okay, I mean it's not as difficult as deck building, but we'll see how like what's the complexity of like the actual gameplay, like instead of like having all this information, which is complex, but it's, I mean, it's complicated. I think it's a word, and it's not really complex. Give me a second.
뭐죠?
What is it?
저는
I joined this company because I was
나아갈 수
told that
있다는
I'd be
말에
able to
여기에
advance
합류한
my
거예요.
career without slowing down.
그런데 지금은
But right now, it's nothing but
쥐새끼도 아니고
meaningless violence,
계속 의미 없는
like we're
폭력만.
rats or something.
의미가 없진
Hey,
않소.
object to its
저들은 우리를
meaninglessness.
공격하는
Those were
악이지 않소.
evildoers who attacked us.
시끄러워요.
Please,
좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
just be quiet for a moment.
아무튼
Anyway,
이런
if
용역 폭력단
if
같은
all we're
행동만 명령할
gonna do is
거라면
beat up people under
다른
orders
일을
like
하는
hire
것도
thugs,
고민해봐야 할 것
I'll have
같아요.
to consider changing jobs sooner or later.
입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Haven't you read your contract?
회사는 허용될 수
Resignation is
없답니다.
not permitted. You
계약하면서
think the
말한
contract
이야기가
has any
거짓말이라도
sway if
그
it's
계약이
based on
효력이 있을 거라
lies?
생각하는 건가요? 당연히 효력이
Of course
있죠.
it does.
애초에
There
거짓말은
were no lies
없었으니까.
on it.
네? 설마 제가
You didn't think
메피스토펠레스를
Mephistopheles
그저
was built to be a
운송만
mere
하는
means
것으로
of
만들었을 것
transportation, did you?
메피는 항상 배고프다.
Mephi is always
그래서
hungry.
울어.
He keeps crying. The boss gets hungry?
엔진이 연료를
When the engine
섭취할 때 생기는
ingests
부상.
fuel, it yields a byproduct.
여러분은 그걸 통해
Using that, you can
강해질
grow
수
more
있어요.
powerful.
이상 씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠?
What? Okay,
거울
I'm sure
속에서
Yisan knows this
모든
well.
가능성을
When all
끄집어낸다.
possibilities are drawn from the mirror,
성장 또한 제약이
there's
없어.
no limit to one's growth.
거울 속에 나는
Is the
나인가
self
아니면 또
Is the
다른
mirror my
누구인가?
reflection or another being entirely? Possibilities? You draw what exactly? Okay, we're finally gonna learn something about the managing part of this game. Okay, so this is the... Okay, this is why it's a mobile game, because we have this interface here. Extract. Okay, so there is a pole. Freaking hell, there's a pole system. No. Oh my god, I thought it would actually be a like I would actually pay like money to buy the game and not do this kind of bullshit. Can I do 10? I can't do 10.
누구보다 신속하게 그들에게 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
What? Question mark? What do you mean it's new? Okay, I mean sure, I mean it's a freaking God. I really wanted this to be like something new, like something better than just a polling for rarity thing. What? Oh my god. So they're different.
하라고? 나?
They're freaking different.
뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
그렇군요.
I
이런
see.
걸 의미했던 건가요?
This is what that was about.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마일. 버스가 향하면 자연히
Okay, so they get more powerful. So you can get more powerful versions of themselves. There's no need to get impatient, Ishmael. As the bus goes onward, you'll naturally take on more important tasks than beating the life out of random crooks. I know you're eager to achieve your goals, but you try to have patience.
거울 세계에 있는
Since this works
우리들의
by
모든
visiting
가능성
out
중 하나를
one of our
끄집어내는 거니까
limitless possibilities
기억이
from
조금
the
더
mirrored
쉬워졌을
world,
거예요.
it'll have overwritten a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질
You
거예요.
get used to it in no time.
뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해
인간.
보이는데?
Sounds a bit dangerous, don't it?
이러다가 내가
What if
내가
I'm no
안
longer
되는
my
거
old
아니야?
self by the end?
여러분은
Don't
테세우스의
mistake
배가
yourselves
아니에요.
to the ship of Theseus.
인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만
While it's true that you borrow the,
주도권을 이토록
the
상대되어
identities
있지는
and memories, the system is designed to ensure that you don't lose control over your own existence.
거울에 비추는 나는
Different.
사뭇 다를 수 있으나
Though your reflection may be,
거울
it is
밖을
bound to
벗어나면
vanish
거울
once you
속의
walk away
형질
from the mirror.
또한
저희가 어떻게
Our
성장할지는
capability grows ultimately depends on you, Manager Dante.
거울 세계의
It is
다양한
up to you
가능성을
to place the most
가장
effective
효과적인
figment of possibility on us
당신이
at the
하시길.
right times.
메타몰프시스를
I
말하는
believe
건가?
that's what you call a metamorphosis.
네,
Yes,
일종의
I suppose that
탈피이자
you could say that
변신이라
it's a
할 수
form of
있죠.
transformation.
어머? 그런
Bobby,
어려운
where'd you
단어는
learn
어디서
big words
알았대?
like that?
주워들었다.
I picked it up.
이 사람 저
My
사람
prior
많이
profession
만나봐야 하는 일을
requires
했었거든.
meeting people with various occupations.
변신이라.
Von Long, huh?
담소는 끝났나?
Done chatting.
일단 길부터
Let's make the
뚫자.
way first.
어차피
You'll
지겨울
spend more
정도로
time
붙어
together
있을
than you
테니
ever asked for.
못한 말은
So keep
나중에.
that convo for later. Okay, so I mean, considering it's a mobile game, I'm not sure if there is gonna be an ending. I mean, there should be an ending, but I don't know, man. Like, if they want to use this game to make money, then I feel like they're gonna keep on adding chapter after chapter after chapter. But if they want to like have this game as like a standalone, like similar to Lobotomy Corporation and the Library of Luna, then I think it's gonna be I mean, I hope that they do that and just make make more games in the same universe, and then have them linked that way. I think people would gobble future games up like better than if they were to like just run this game like forever, basically. Each character has a skill set. This is a list of skills from which they draw. Press a character to open their info tab.
임무 중에 찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Number of them from those skill sets will be randomly selected and deployed on the dashboard. These skills are treated as discarded from the set. They will not reappear until every other skill in the skill set has been used, thus refilling it. Additionally, attack skills have an offense level. In clashes, the differences in offense levels may affect the outcome. That should cover the basics of our sinner skills. Now give them in your order. I see. So I assume that you can actually build the skills
간다.
and have like a fixed selection.
겨우 이 정도야?
Besides skills, your sinners have passive abilities. Sinners in battle have their combat passives active. Sinners who are not directly participating in battle will provide aid with their support passives. To put theory into practice, activate the passive by chaining 2 pride skills. Wait, where do I see the pride marker? This portion will indicate what passives are active. Deal plus 10% damage against units with negative status effects.
좋아, 간다. 손쉽구만.
완전한 침묵. 완전한 침묵.
Wave 2. Our current encounter comes in multiple waves. To help with this, your sinners possess powerful skills called Ego. Okay, Ego is already being introduced, manifested by resonating with their emotions. To use Ego, you need affinity-based resources. You can view the resources you currently have stockpiled here on the right. Oh, these are the 7 sins. As this is your first time trying your hand at Ego, I've collected the necessary resources for you. This is a special power, so you'll need to gather them on your own from now on. Sinners who can currently use Ego will be highlighted. Eagle skills must be generated on the dashboard, much like defense skills. Please press and hold there. Oh, press the icon of the eagle you will use. Powerful equipment that manifests by resonating with your sinner's emotions. To use an eagle skill, you need sin affinity based resources. Whenever you use an attack skill, you gain a resource matching its affinity. On top of requiring affinity-based resources, Eagle takes a toll on Sinner's sanity. At low sanity, the Sinner might suffer from Eagle corrosion. Sinners corroded by Eagle will ignore your commands, so ensure that your Sinners are in good mental health. After using an Eagle skill, its passive ability will activate on the next turn and further empowers the Sinner for the rest of the battle. Oh, make good use of the variety of passive that Eagle has to offer. Attack skill can be single target or multi-target. It seems the Eagle that is about to be in play has an AoE skill. Targets of AoE skills are divided into two categories, the main target and sub-targets. Clashes with AoE skills can only occur from the chosen main target. If an AoE skill loses its clash, the attack will be cancelled for every target. Sub-targets are determined by the targeting range of the skill. AoE skills target enemy skill slots. Each AoE skill has a set number of targets. Each slot has a target capacity which can take up multiple targets from an AoE skill. In regular combat, an enemy is only attacked once by an AoE skill, even if the unit is taking up multiple targets. Against abnormalities, the slots on their body parts are only attacked once. Okay, so we will be dealing with abnormalities, even if said slots are taking up multiple targets.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Well, here is the Eagle skill.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
이 정도야? 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Utilizing Eagle will be an important part of your strategy. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce you to a useful feature. You can now let the game change skills for you. Chainings will be automatically chosen depending on what button you press. Damage and win rate auto chaining. Win rate picks skills that are the most likely to win clashes. Damage, as the name implies, picks skills that can hurt your enemies the most. Auto chaining is only available on stages where you've cleared the X conditions. Note that auto chains are not necessarily the guaranteed optimal solution. I think both of them are the same.
행동을 개시합니다.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
Because these enemies are right now they're quite weak.
완전한 침묵.
I mean, of course, as we get into the game, there will be more difficult enemies. Those clear, but maybe you could have run them over just fine. Huh? What did I fight for then? Sensing a rattling agitation in my gestures, Virgilius steps in.
진정하시죠,
Calm
단테.
yourself, Dante.
걸음마도 떼지
It's
못한
not right to
아이에게
ask a toddler to
달리기를
run
시킬 순 없지
when it
않겠습니까?
has yet to take its first
걸어볼
steps.
기회가
You
있다면
need every opportunity to
직접 걷고
try
나서
and walk before you're made to
Dante,
run. Furthermore, Dante,
당신은
as a
관리자.
manager, it's your job to
저들의
manage your
관리를 하는
staff,
나는
and I
길잡이.
am the guide. I decide
어디를
where we
가고
go and how we
어떻게
arrive there.
개척할지는
You
알겠습니까?
get it?
토달지 말라고.
Don't argue with me. How am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me?
찌깍거리긴
I
하는데
heard ticking. So what did they
뭐라고
say,
하는
Miss
거지?
Faust?
파우스트 씨,
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much.
긍정을
Some
성대하기도
were both
하는군.
agreement that was
앞으로는
not should be
고기만
enough to let me know that
Dante.
you approve, Dante.
그럼 내피
Now,
출발하자.
Miffy,
야호.
off we go. Woohoo!
결혼 기분이
How
어때?
are you feeling, Sharon?
매우 신나.
Dream
날아갈 것
excitement.
같습니다, 카론.
how to work on air. First, Sharon.
좋아.
Good. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스,
Virgilius.
그가 목적지를
I'd like to know
묻습니다.
the destination.
말했던
I
것
believe I told you
같습니다.
that already, Dante. But just where are we going? At his side, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
Okay, so now the game finally begins. I think this might be copyrighted. Oh my god. Hopefully not. I will let it run. If that gets copyrighted, then I'll have to cut it out. Oh, I see. Right, this is the trailer video. Okay, I guess nothing has changed much from when they first released this trailer video. Okay, so those are all of the districts. I guess they've added some stuff. They've added like that ending there with all of the districts. The map of all of the districts. The battle pass is unlocked. Okay, so now we're, I guess, into the actual game. Some of the thing, some resources here. Don't know what that is.
나는 유려하면서도 비범하게
I know of a
심장을
ways
가는 법을 알고
to
있어.
Okay, so this is like a. So this is a character. Okay, I see. So 000. I see. Can be used to perform 10 extractions. Pre-registration rewards. What? Season 1 orientation. So okay, so there is seasons. Earn past experience by clearing past missions and exploring mirror dungeons. Level up the pass to claim a variety of rewards. There are 3 categories of past missions: daily, weekly, and seasonal. Daily and weekly missions refresh every day and week, as the name implies. Seasonal missions remain constant for the duration of the season. Exploring mission mirror dungeons reward you past experience based on the number of floors you reach. Also, you can earn a significant amount of past experience from mirror dungeons up to 5 times a week. Purchasing the Limbus pass gives you additional rewards. Purchasing. There's a highlight in purchasing there. After your pass has reached the maximum level, filling up the experience bar will then give you max level rewards. For season 1, you will receive an item that contains 1 season, 1 X shard for a sinner of your choice. 1 season, 1 X shard. Limbus pass owners receive an upgraded version that contains 3 X shards. Okay. LCP Senator Gregor, Liu Section 6 Gregor, G Corp Manager Corporal Gregor. Frickin' hell, fuck me. Freaking mobile game. Like, can they actually make like a I mean, sure.
관리자 양반, 불꽃놀이 좋아하나?
Can I just open all of them at the same time? And what if I open like duplicates? What happens? Okay, it seems like I'm only opening characters.
신속하게 처리해드리도록 하죠.
Okay, 2-star false. I mean, there's. I'll just do it. It doesn't seem to be like bad. I don't think to do this. You spend the pole like. I mean, there is obviously like reroll and stuff, but I don't think it's like worth the time to go for rerolls.
내게는 어떤 것도 감출 필요가 없어.
Okay, I guess it's extremely difficult to get 3 stars. Okay, there's Eagle. What? Okay, so there is in 10 extractions, at least one identity with a rare of 2-star or higher will be extracted. Of 10 extractions, first to 9th, same rates as 1 extraction. 10 extractions, the 10th is these numbers here. Okay, so 95.8% of 2-star and 2.9% of 3-star, 1.3% of Eagle. As long as there is Eagle remaining in the table of possible results, the chance of extracting Eagle in extraction does not change. Therefore, the chance of acquiring specific Eagle will increase as more extractions are performed. Okay, so I think that means that I think you can't get more than 1 Eagle. I may be wrong. Okay, I'll do one more here since I have the stuff, and then I will stop. Of course, like I maybe like actually need. Oh my god, such bad pulse. What? Oh.
복을 구하고 싶다면 정성을 들여 빌어보시오.
Wait. What? Okay. Wait. But that's an eagle?
명령하시는 건 다 따를 수 있어요. 복종까지 바라면 곤란하지만
I think that's a eagle.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐이었어.
일단 불러놓고 할 말을 생각하시는 유형이라면
관리자나
나랑 어울리고 싶으면 라이터는 챙기고 다녀 시계.
마음이 어지러울 땐 간단해요. 그냥 안 돼. 사람들은 왜 그렇게 자기
다들 제게 평소에 웃고 다니라고 하더군요.
관리자라고 해서
전 웬만한 명령은 수월하게 처리할 수 있어요. 요새
관리자라고 해서 우리 사이에 긴 대화는 필요 없지.
단테, 가끔은 쉬엄쉬엄 해도 될 것 같지 않아?
아마 예전 같았으면 상상도 못했어.
바쁘긴 합니다만. 관리자
우리 관리자 양반은 평소에는 뭐 하면서 지내나? 메르소 말이야?
Well, I do have level 3 here. Oh, and the eagle. Okay, let me check here. Okay, I see. So we have what's that called? What's that called? Something. It's a green one. I don't remember what's it called. Something. Oh, Tess, HE, Bob, and Aleph. So these are all of the Eagle stuff. And you have to pull it? Oh, this is like for going back. Drive.
다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지. 적어도 담배 태울 시간은 줘야 되지 않겠어?
How much is this? $11 USD? Man. And I don't know how long is the season. Oh, the top is free and the bottom is only, okay, 80 days. It's about, I mean, it's not, technically it's not 3 months, but about 3 months. I mean, I think I can sort of spend. How much is it? Like $12? I mean, consider Canadian, like more like $15. $15 for 3 months. That's like subscribing to a Twitch channel for $5 a month. So the thing here is that I don't really care too much about the fact that this mobile game sucks a lot.
다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지. 적어도 담배 태울 시간은 줘야 되지 않겠어?
Bag. Alright, well, let's keep on driving, I guess. So there's some progress here, and you get or lunacy from it. Let's see what this has to offer here.
베르,
Okay.
앞에 장애물이 있어.
Blockage ahead. Permission to
해도
room.
돼?
The shatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out of your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Not that there was much else to do on bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memory certainly don't help either.
그래.
Alright,
계속
let's
지나가자고.
proceed.
덜컹덜컹.
Here come bumpy bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘
Expensive
먹을 때
washer
그랬어.
fluid. Birch said he paid a fortune. The clumps stuck to the window gently dissolve, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey, it felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. But I mean, glasses. Know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me
방금
slip.
벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지?
You almost called me Buckeye, didn't you?
다시 한번 말하자면
Once again, my name is Gregor.
내 당신이
The
시계
same way you're
대가리가
called
아니라
Dante and
전태라고
not
불리듯이.
Clockface. I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반.
Hey, Bus
우리
Gertie,
지금 어디로
where are
가는
we
거야?
headed?
다시 한번
Once
말하자면
again, my
내
name
이름은
is Sharon.
샤론이야. 당신이
The
벌레
same way
양반이
you're
아니라
called Gregor
그레고르라고
and not
불리듯이.
Buckeye. We got you there, Gregor.
본전도 못
You really
건졌네.
did.
베르가 말했어.
Birch said,
수감자들은
the sinners will
사고로
go to
말이야.
District 4. What?
방금 사고라고 말했는 거.
Did District 4 fall upon my ears?
그곳은
That place is
연주남자의
known to be the
출신지로
home of the
유명하지.
Glass Maiden.
영웅의 발자취는
This is the
그때부터
origin of the
시작되었다.
heroine's journey. And this
바야흐로
was the...
아까부터 시끄럽게
What the hell?
쫑알쫑알.
You're acting on and on and on.
다물고
Will you
조용히 좀
just shut up
가지.
and let the trip go in peace?
나는 아까까지
Why?
입을 다물고
I had to
있었네만.
remain silent until mere moments ago.
말 대답하지
I
말라고.
said to shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry.
본인이 더
Did you happen to
시끄럽다는 건
realize you're
알아요?
being louder here?
죽어도
Even
살아난다고
if
해서
you
아프지
can't die,
않는 건 아니야.
you sure as hell can
한
suffer,
번만 더
no?
주둥이 놀려봐.
So say that again.
옳은 말을
I
했는데도
say the
돌아오는
right
게
thing and your
폭력이라니.
first response is violence?
수준 알만하네요.
Shows how refined you are. I contemplated for a second. Did I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Now guys, it's inadvisable to lose your...
모분초도
trenches.
모가지를
The
분질러야
right against
조용해지지.
an
도야지 같은
noisy
새끼.
crying hogs and tails dragging. Okay.
없는 폭력은 용서받을 수
Everyone seems to be killing each other.
내가 응징하지.
Since this violence shan't be forgiven, I will bring about justice.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
Oh, I knew this
옷에
would
피가
happen.
튀었잖아.
Left a spot on my
저기,
clothes.
꼭
Look,
내
did you
앞에서
guys really have to
싸워야겠어?
fight next to me? I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination, and they've already killed 3 of our own, that is.
이거
And take a
잠깐
small
한 번이라도
break
타려고
without
하면
anticipating trouble
사고를
can.
치는군. 너희 넷
You
이번
4,
달
cleaning
버스
duty for the
청소다.
next month.
어째서?
Such
본인은
unfairness.
정의를
I
구현했을
merely
뿐인 것을.
sought the hands of justice.
잠깐, 내
Oh,
옷 빨래도
also,
포함시켜줘.
Tell them to do my laundry
피는
too.
와인이랑은 다르게 잘
Blood
안
doesn't
빠진단
wash
말이야.
off as easily as wine
비싼
stains.
건데.
Eesh, dry cleaning is costly. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors. Janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back.
단테
Dante,
시계를
I'd like you
돌려주시겠습니까?
to turn the clock back. Turn the clock?
그런
That
모양새면
must mean there's a puzzled
어리둥절한
look where your
표정이라는
face
건가?
should be. I'll keep that in
기억해두죠.
mind.
파우스트 씨
Miss Faust. Virgilius gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. He let out a small sigh but still came to my seat, probably out of sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도
It's the same thing you did the day
당신이
we
했던 일을
first
말하는
met,
거예요,
Dante. Though I suppose that was more of an instinctual reaction.
자, 다시 해보죠.
Now let's try
눈을
again.
감으세요.
Close your eyes. Though I have no eyes and too close, blocking out my sight is something I've done. I had no reason not to follow false instruction here.
사실
Really?
문은 어디에나 있어요.
In fact, the door is everywhere.
그러나 당신에게만 보이죠.
We can just not close our
당신의
eyes.
하늘엔 별이 지지
However, only
않았으니까.
you can see it, but the stars never set in our sky. At that, I felt the threat of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes and embrace that light. There, I saw a space. I was alone there. And the massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailings for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I groped about in the door. Thousands upon thousands of last wells lay within, and with reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands fall upon my hand onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가.
Art thou prepared to share the pain? Could that have been a question, or rather pressure to comply? I paused for the sinners, grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spreads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting, entangling with each other, goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to kneel atop the pool of blood in helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually growing into waves and bubbles rising from the floor. Soon, that blood soaking the ground coalesced into three masses. Then, the agony that seemed to last forever vanished just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling buzz.
목이
How does it
베어졌다가
feel to have your
붙어버린
head
심경은
back after
어떻지?
it's severed?
두고
Was it
모르던가?
exciting? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Rushu. Hold on, I just brought you back and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fear.
어차피 살리는 게 되게 할 일
Isn't it your
아니야?
job to bring us back?
할 거 있으면
If your
그
job's
각자는
done, just
시계대가
step aside
있잖아.
before I knock
수기장
your
자리
dumb
짜져 있어.
clock off.
잠깐만요.
Please,
단테 씨가
wait.
괴로워하시는 것 같은데.
Dante, it looks like they're in a lot of pain, so we really should. Before he could finish, Heathcliff's steel bat caved in the sides of Sinclair's head. The incoherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears.
시계 대가리.
Next time, Clockface,
널
you're
웃길 거야.
crushed. Are we clear?
정말
You really are as coarse as you look.
천박.
한번 죽어서는
Was dying
만족을
once not
못하나?
enough for you? Heathcliff tightens his grip on the bat, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로
Seems his team's
교정해둬야겠어.
in serious need of discipline. Sinner's eye collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙.
Rule number 1.
버스
Do
안에서
not let me hear weapons
목이
clashing
부딪히는
inside the
소리가
bus.
들리지 아니한다. 이 순간
If any of you break this rule as of now,
너희는
you're
내게
going to be
제발
begging for me to
죽여달라고
let you die.
애원하게 될 거야. 난
I'm
충분히
sure you
그럴
know
수
I'm
있는
capable of
사람이야.
that and more,
알지?
right? Sinclair's writing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered, but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테,
Dante,
미안하게
I'm sorry about
됐습니다.
this. I need you to
시계를 한
rewind
번만
one
더
more time.
돌려주시죠.
I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggled my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgilia's face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을
You'd
하고
better
있을
open up
때
while I'm still
문을
feeling
여는 게
generous enough to
좋을
ask
텐데.
and offer apologies.
관리자 단테.
Manager Dante.
아,
Oh, in case you're
단지 아픔이
refusing
두려운 거라면
simply because you don't
그래서
want more
고개를
pain,
젓는
I can
거라면
gladly help you
기꺼이
with that.
도와드리겠습니다. 그 정도의
This
고통에는
degree of
얼마나
pain will feel
깜빡하게
like
말이죠.
nothing by the time of dying.
그럼 견딜 수
Surely
있지
you'll be
않겠습니까?
a tougher person afterward, right?
내가 잘못 들은 건가?
Did I hear correctly?
관리자님이
I'm pretty sure our
분명
manager
거부
clearly
의사를 내비쳤던 것
declined
같은데.
your request.
당신
You. This is
기어드는
not the time
박자가
to step in.
잘못됐군.
입사할 때
I was informed when I joined the company that the executive manager would be my superior, not you.
관리자께서
I
고개를
would say that the
저었다면
manager has made
의미는 충분히
themselves
전달되었다고
clear
보는데
with a shake of the head.
그래,
I see.
보좌관께서
So their aide has
나서시겠단
decided
말인가?
to step in. Is that it?
그렇다면
Then it's my
보좌관께도
turn to make clear what I
경건한
know.
의미를 전달해 줘야겠군.
The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as a manager, or if I even deserve to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things here, so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Notice how it reminds the clock. It's okay. Virgilius noticed me motioning her to stand down and withdrew the red glow from his glare as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
Good thinking. As you wish, manager. Altis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the thrills I go through. Words can't express it in full anyway. Thank you very much. Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before running back to his seat. Okay, so we have story missions, and this is a there's some like minus oh, energy. There is energy. I need to take what do I need to take again? For the quest?
다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지. 적어도 담배 태울 시간은 줘야 되지 않겠어?
Isan in battle. Who is Isan again? Can I check in here?
피가 범람할 시간이요.
I don't see. I don't see their names anywhere. Where's the names? Where's the names? Oh my god, I hate this.
참, 다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지. 적어도 담배 태울 시간은 줘야 되지 않?
Okay, I mean, I guess I can go in here too. East and right here.
참, 다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지.
피가 범람할 시간이요.
I guess. Don't know what this is here. Oh, how many of them have the affinity?
파우스트,
Have that
전투 시작합니다.
the skill there? The color skill, right?
질문이 있네.
Pardon me, I have a question. Don Quixote suddenly raised her head. Truth.
첫 번째 규칙은 이해했다네.
Surely,
그럼
understand the
번째는
first rule
무엇인가?
well. What is the second rule then?
나 참.
Really?
아이, 그걸
Why
왜
is
굳이
she so
나도 속으로
eager
보는
to
거야?
learn that? Virgilius gave a cold stare to Yoshu, who had just lit her cigarette. He looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
버스 바닥에
Don't litter the bus floor
담배
with
꽁초
cigarettes.
버리지 마.
They leave burn
자국
marks.
남으니까.
The bus falls silent again.
잠깐.
Now wait a
버스의
second. The
정적이
bus shouldn't be
방해하면
this
되지.
quiet. Where's
엔진
the
소리는
engine's
어디까지 나?
roar?
결혼
Sharon,
왜
why are
속도를
you
안
speeding
내는
up?
거지?
밥이 없어.
No food.
미키가
Messi is
배고파해.
hungry.
잘 됐고.
Good. We could use something to lift
분위기를
the
좀
mood.
환기시키지.
Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien.
차가 움직이려면 연료가 필요하지.
The car needs fuel to run.
결혼
Sharon, try
헤드라이트를
flashing the
깜빡
headlights a bit, like
모델
stage lights.
조명처럼.
댄스
Mhm.
타임이야.
Let's dance timey.
잠깐.
Wait, if you do that, you're effectively asking to be attacked.
그걸 노린 거군.
That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I can hear someone slams a bus outside. Oi, leave all your stuff behind and get off. You got 30 seconds. 10, 9. Eh, you skipped 20 of them. I'll say your prayers for the other 20. Why am I surrounded by dollars left and right?
뭐라고 했냐?
Did you just say?
비겁하게 습격을
How
하다니.
cowardly of them to ambush us.
악인들이로군.
They must be villains without shadow of doubt.
자, 다들
Alright,
내려.
everyone off.
그리고 말이야.
And one more thing,
최대한
we want them
죽지 않을
near
만큼만
death,
해줘.
not dead.
알지?
Got it? So, and then they're gonna be fed to the bus. Okay.
그대로 가보자고.
흉터의 결과요.
약점 파악 완료.
I mean, I guess I can't really control like how dead they are.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게
다음.
완전한 침묵.
Oh, there's a wave too as well.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
생각보다 잘 타는 건 다음.
완전한 침묵.
죄를 새겨주겠어. 흉터의 결과요.
Okay.
깔끔한 전투였어요. 적의 모든 급소를 파악했고
Most valued employee. Everybody gets experience? Okay, everybody gets experience. But only those who have participated get more experience. Okay, and we do, it seems like we get a lot of these. It's more grinding. I think like it's more about grinding, and the way that they earn money is by the battle passes. Basically just battle passes. Cool. Okay, that's fine, I think. Like as long as I don't need to actually buy these lunacy stuff.
다들 뭐가 그렇게 바쁜지.
Okay, there is a way to get more lunacy stuff. Monthly training path. Okay, never mind, there's still a lot of ways to spend money. One of them, for 5 of them you get this thing, 10 of them, I think this is a pole, 10 pole, and this is a, I don't know what that is. What is this thing used for? One ecophyllin recovered. These boxes. This box gives 60 modules. What? Assemble encapsulin modules. What do these modules do? Alright, I guess I will continue. Not sure, like I want to buy this. It's gonna be... God, this is gonna be a daily thing. And probably gonna suck if I go for this daily. I mean, I'll see. Like, I guess it's fine. I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. And I mean, it is a long time for it to pass. I don't know, like, what's level 2, like, what do this level give you? Oh, this is level 2, level 3, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, I see it now.